breathing. So breathing are the three things, okay? Slow. We did laboratory experiments showing that you can increase your blood flow measurably only if you slow it down to no more than 6 times a minute, okay? 6 times, 5 times, 4 times. It's difficult to do it slower than 4 times. So 4 to 6 times a minute. When you increase it beyond that, certainly normal breathing is, then that's the baseline. So if you slow it down to 6 times a minute, then you would see this effect, okay?
Slow the better. Slow
the better, but just 6 to 4. If you can breathe at 1 time a minute, a few people can do that. So, number 1. Number 2, how do you know that your blood flow has increased? Okay. Now in a laboratory, we have a laser Doppler probe, but that's a $30,000 instrument. So one way to experience increased blood flow is do this. Okay. If you just very relaxingly, dip all the way down. So you have tiptoe on one side, okay, all the way down, and kind of keep your concentration on the sensation on your fingertips. So when the hand goes down, you feel a tingly feeling, and you do it a few times. The fingers feel like bloated. And a few more times, the fingers warm up, okay? Those are the sensation of increased blood flow. Your fingertips are very sensitive, and when the gravity pulls the blood down to one side and pulls it to the other, you will sense an increase in blood flow, okay? So when your hands or your fingers feel like that, when you're not doing that, then you're getting increased blood flow. So when you do deep breathing exercises, your hands say, oh wow, it's getting tingling. Okay, you're not doing this. So that's a simple way. Now, so this is a simple breathing exercise. So first, this is the Tai Chi 5-element breathing exercise. Okay, Tai Chi 5型呼吸运动。Mind, body, and breathing. First, your mind, okay, concentrate on the balloon that you have in front of you. Imaginary balloon, of course. It has a diameter about the size of your width of your body. And imagine that the balloon is connected to your lungs by a tube. So when you breathe in, you draw the air from the balloon into your lung, and the balloon gets smaller. And you breathe out, you blow the air back in the balloon gets bigger, okay? So in a sense, the balloon is guiding your breathing, just like your lungs, okay? Except in the reverse way. So when I ask you to breathe slowly, the balloon should get slowly, get small slowly. Secondly, I'm asking you to breathe deeply, okay? Now, normally, a normal person has a lung capacity of about 2,000 cc. And normally, you're sitting there reading a book, watching TV, you're only using a quarter of that. You have far more capacity than you're using. So now, I'm asking you to breathe in and out through the nose, but breathe in really deeply up to 80% of maximum capacity, not 100%. 100% would be a stress, okay, but 80%. So deeply, slowly, and then evenly. Breathe in, breathe out, like that, okay? Not breathe in, hold your breath, oh, that doesn't count, okay? In and out. So the balloon should get smaller and bigger at the same rate as your breathing, and your hands are like guiding your breathing. Okay? Because if I tell you, okay, well, just breathe slowly and deeply, yeah, you can do it, but 15 minutes later, you're not thinking about it anymore. You're thinking about something else. But when you're doing this, you can do this indefinitely. Okay, so in and out through the nose, and just for beginners is chest breathing. Forget the Dantian breathing, that's more advanced. Okay, so breathe in. Breathe out. In. Out. In. This is about 6 times a minute. Out. In. Out. Now, so with practice in a few days, when you do that, you will feel, oh, my hands are getting tingly and warm and bloated. That's not just psychological, this is for real. There's increased blood flow from the mechanism I just told you. Okay? So this is just a simple way to demonstrate breathing slowly, deeply, and evenly. The balloon should get smaller, at an even rate, at the rate of 6 times a minute, okay? Just like your breath. Easy? Okay? Now, next, in Chan style Tai Chi, the original Tai Chi, the most basic of these exercises are called silk reeling exercises. It's a handful of exercises all grouped together as silk reeling exercises. 蚕丝, it's like reeling in a single strand of silk without breaking. So by necessity, light, soft, and slow. You don't want to break a single strand of silk that is thinner than a human hair, okay? So first, I'll show you the most basic of this. One hand, so that hand just rests here, okay? All right, and I'm going to break this down to 6 different components, okay? So first, okay, pretend that you have a blackboard in front of you and you just draw a circle. Yeah, we can all do that, okay? That's one, okay? Remember the experiments on the cats? Repetitive motion can increase serotonin activity to make you feel good, right? And sleep better, digest your food better, better memory, and so forth. Okay, so this is a repetitive movement. Number 2 is, you can do a small circle with your wrist. So let's combine 1 and 2, because research has shown that these effects are additive. So the hand, okay, comes down to here, and then past this point, okay. So your hand is like unscrewing a light bulb. This is called chuan-so, a thread hand. So this is like a backhand. This is a forehand, and then thread hand. Backhand, forehand, okay? So like your forehand, playing tennis, forehand, backhand, is like backhand. So backhand, forehand, thread hand. Forehand, forehand, thread hand, backhand, and so forth, okay? 2 things. See, Tai Chi, once you move, the whole body moves. I'm just dividing this into 6 parts so that you can learn this part by part. Number 3 is the waist. You can turn from side to side, okay? Side to side. Keep your feet flat on the ground, okay? So, when your hand is at 3 o'clock, you turn, you're facing right. When you crank your hands down to 6 o'clock, you're facing the front. When you're at 9 o'clock, you're facing the left. At 12 o'clock, you're facing the front. And then back to 3 o'clock. In other words, you turn the waist to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Okay? Now, the lower body, open wide, a little bit wider than shoulder width. Okay? Keep your body upright. And right now I have weight distribution like 50-50. Okay? I could shift my weight to one side and the other side. One side and another side. So this is 50-50. I shift it until 2/3 here, 1/3 here. 2/3 here, 1/3 here. So I can go side to side to side. Okay? Now so put 1, 2, 3, 4 together. Okay? 2/3 here, 1/3 here, facing the right. When my hand comes down to 6 o'clock, I'm facing the front and my weight distribution is 50-50. At 9 o'clock, I'm facing my left and 2/3 of the weight on my left, 1/3 on the right. Back to 12 o'clock, I'm facing the front and weight is 50-50. And then to the right. In other words, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, left, and right. Okay? All right. Now, so that's the body movement. Okay? Next, breathing regulation. Okay? Breathe slow, deep, and even in coordination with the movement. Breathe in, breathe out. In, out. From 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock is breathe in, and then breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. In, out. Okay. Finally, regulation of the mind. Okay. The mind could be focusing on anything. We're near Newport Beach. Okay. So imagine you're standing on the sand, on the beach, facing the ocean, and imagine the surf coming onto the sand, going back out. The white foam coming in, going out. In and out. Okay? So breathe in, the surf coming onto the sand. Breathe out, going back out. Breathe in, breathe out. It's about 6 times a minute. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. In, out. Now, let's refine the thought a little bit, okay? You might say, well, it seems like slow and soft. Where's the Tai Chi, okay? Even this, okay, your lower body is the yang. Within the softness, there's hardness. Your legs are supporting the whole body, right? Certainly not soft, okay? The hand, on the other hand, is not supporting anything. Hand is completely relaxed, okay? So imagine that the lower body, the legs, are like the water coming in, coming back out. come in and out. Slow yet powerful. You know, waves could create electricity. At the Wedge at Newport Beach, they're actually testing a wave machine that could create power into electricity. The hand is like a white foam, or even pieces of seaweeds. It's carried by the water. So really soft. So within the softness, there's hardness. Within the hardness, there's softness. So one thought you might have is called, let the body lead the hand. The body, like the water, the legs like pulling, and the hand is just like completely, effortlessly going with the flow. As a teacher, I could walk around the room and I would see whether or not I could stop your hand motion with my little finger. If I cannot stop you, you're cranking too hard. It should be so soft that I could like stop you. Legs, okay, of course I cannot stop you, okay? You're carrying, so here's the yin and the yang, all in one movement. So, breathe in, breathe out. The surf coming onto the sand, going back out. The hand is just like a white foam carried by the water. Back out. In and out. Okay, so that is the most basic exercise called single-handed silk reeling exercise using a front stance. Now, I don't want to run out of time, so I'm going to skip to these exercises, and whatever time left, we will do the two-handed and so forth. Okay, but at least you get the principle. One hand you can do two. So one hand is this. Two hand will be like this. Okay, two hands in different directions would be called cloud hands. Okay, and so forth. So, but we'll just go to this one first, because after all, just like our body, we need yin and yang, fast and slow, hard and soft. Okay. Now, so we skip over to fast exercise, stretch kicks with double punches. In Tai Chi, fast is explosively fast. Not just fast, but explosively fast. What do I mean by that? Okay. Well, if you look at the cars on the 405, they're all going 60, 70 miles per hour. They're all fast. Okay. But, a Prius may take like 20 seconds to go from 0 to 60, whereas a Ferrari would get there in 4 seconds. So Ferrari is explosively fast. Boom! Okay? Whereas the Prius, and a few years back, they couldn't even stop. They would crash. So, explosively fast. So I want you to like punch out, okay? So make sure you have enough room, okay? If you are all tense, that's never going to be very fast, okay? You relax, okay? Now, forgot to tell you. You breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth, otherwise you make a mess, okay? So, now, those of you taking videos, I say you just take one for fun, but don't stand there and take the whole thing. I mean, for that you need to pay money. Just learn what you can, okay? Because you're not learning anything when you're holding that camera. Okay, so relax. Relax. So there are three things here. One is you have to relax and explode. Two, okay, this is an eccentric movement. Eccentric, good for fast muscle fibers, remember? So fast and eccentric is the best, okay? How about legs, okay? Legs, you don't have to kick like Bruce Lee, just relax. like that. There's a snap. That's an eccentric, okay? And you slice to the side. When you do that, you strengthen the side muscles, okay? These are your stabilizers to prevent you from falling, okay? So this exercise will exercise your fast twitch muscle fibers, you know, the upper body and the lower body, okay? So when you go like this, relax, relax, relax. And of course, do it through breathing, right? So, breathe in, 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 in. Okay? And you remember, eccentric exercises done fast, extremely good for fast muscle fibers. But even when you do it slow, it's good for the fast and the slow. So even when you do that, you're exercising your slow muscle as well. So this is an excellent all-around exercise. The Tai Chi sidekick, okay? Any questions on that? All right. Double swing with jump steps. Okay. I mentioned how vibration is important for bone strength. Okay. So this one will incorporate jumping as well. So first of all, upper body. Upper body. Oh, okay. First of all, the stance. You want to part your feet like shoulder width apart, and then step straight forward. Okay, so that you still have a little bit of space here. You don't want to be like this. You can't be stable, right? So you be like this. Okay. So this is a classical bow and arrow stance. This is bow and arrow. Although in Tai Chi, comfort, okay, is number one. Relax is number one. So front foot facing the front, back foot, slightly to the side is okay. Okay, and in Kung Fu, like an arrow. No, it's just like just relax. Okay, this is the front stance. Okay. Now, I don't have space for you to jump around the room, so you'll be jumping in place, okay? So pick up this foot and replace the front foot. You haven't gone anywhere, right? Jump here, jump here. So this is jumping in place, okay? So, in front here, could you please not record anymore? Just put it down and try to learn, okay?
Excuse me, lady. Please respect.
One leg should be straight.
You said it 3 times.
No.
Don't have to be completely straight, just a little bit, okay? Now, you can see me better from the side, okay? So, lift this up high and down. High and down, high and down, high and down. That's the motion. But of course, that doesn't give you any bone jarring vibration. Okay? So what you want to do is not what he's doing. You don't want to do that. Okay? You want to do this. Use the front of the shoe. Okay? Almost like you're trying to make as little noise as we can. Okay? So that's the jump step in place. Upper body is a double swing. okay? Demonstrate something here. Now, Jeffrey is over here. Okay. So, if I stand there. If I throw this at him like that, like pushing a spear, I'm using only my arm muscles. Okay. So, at best, I do that, right? But that's not, using every muscle in the body, which is what Tai Chi is all about. I want to throw this to him first using my leg muscles. Number two, using my waist muscle. Number three, my shoulder muscles. And of course, number four, my arm muscles. Okay? So, in order to do that, instead of this, I go. So, you see the effect is, thank you, much better. Okay? In other words, I want you to have the arms here at the back and swing up to the front, keeping the legs, the feet flat on the ground, okay? This is not a golf swing, okay? So I want you to stop when the left hand is in the front, not more than that. Any more, you can twist your back and you can ruin your knee, okay? Just now, the gentleman asked me, what is the most common injury in Tai Chi? And I said, following less than good teacher. Because, okay, in Tai Chi, if you don't get the instructions right, you can hurt yourself. But what I'm telling you is, if you turn no more than this, you're not turning the knee, and you're not turning the body, you won't get hurt. But if you go, like this, okay, you can hurt your knees and your back and all sorts of things. It'll be like doing yoga, okay? All right. So, relax. Relax. Breathe in. Now, feet flat on the ground, okay? Keep the body upright, okay? You don't have to like go like this. Keep the body upright. Okay? Now, so everybody to the front. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe. The other side, same thing, okay? Breathe in. This is called Tai Chi double lean, strong cow. It's like I'm leaning, okay? I'm leaning, okay? Now, how to coordinate hand and the leg movement. So here, after this, you come back and continue the circle all the way up and down. Just like a figure 8. Now, so that is done slow motion, okay? Obviously, the way I was doing, I wasn't getting much bone jarring vibrations. And another gentleman said, can Tai Chi actually be counted as a cardiovascular exercise? Yeah, if you do it properly, okay? So, Just try to do this without getting a heart attack. Okay. Breathe in. Okay. So you can see, if you do that for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then you can breathe. Like that, right? So, Tai Chi is an all-around exercise, okay? It could provide the cardiovascular training if you want to keep that rate, and certainly the jump, boom, jarring, and so forth, okay?
Can I skip-
Yes?
can I skip this if I have a problem?
Oh, yeah. At UCI in my class, everybody signs a waiver that you can sign. That's not my fault. Okay? And on a serious note, okay? So when you do this, the common sense is if you can keep doing it until you can no longer sing, but you can still talk. That's about the right level of, let's say, 80% maximum heart rate, which is recommended for cardiovascular fitness. Okay, if you can still sing, then you're not doing fast enough. Can't even talk, then that is too much. Okay.
You cannot breathe.
You cannot breathe, then call 911. All right. Any questions on that? I'm keeping watch of the clock because at 10 o'clock they close the place down, so I can't even extend the time if I wanted to. And when there's time, you can go back and do other things. I'm going to go to Tai Chi for stretching. But unlike yoga, which is more static stretching, Tai Chi is all about dynamic stretching. You're stretching as you move. And as I said in the last slide, next month I will have a very detailed discussion on how stretching is good for you at the cellular level, at the tissue level, and so forth. Okay, so I'm not going to explain why, but let's just do it. Okay. This one is called San Tong Bei. Okay, San Tong Bei. Jeffrey can help me. So, 为什么叫闪东背? See, normally, if he throws a punch at me, all I have to do is like dodge, dodge. Yes, I won't get hit, but I'm not getting much exercise. Okay? So, this time, I want to exaggerate it. Okay? So, he comes and punch me, I go, you see, I'm through the back, Tong Bei. My bei is my back. Through the back, dodging. So, okay. Then he's trying to hit me here. I go like this, and then he's trying to hit me again on this side. Hit me on this. So I go like this. Okay. Now I get it, tired of it. So I go and shoot this into his throat. Okay. and he has a friend. Okay. Helping him in the back, okay? And his friend is trying to get me, so I hit him in the groin as well, okay? So this, okay? All right, thanks. Now, so the movement is like this. First, stand with the bow and arrow. Okay. So to the right-hand side, all the way to the back. And to the left-hand side, I have a small circle here. Small circle, and then this hand becomes a knife, this hand becomes the hook. Okay, now I could lean forward a little bit without losing my balance because this is my counter work. See? Never mind his friend, I'm hitting him on that. But if I just do that, so this hand like this. So if you look at me, there's like one straight line hand, body, legs, this. And you can certainly feel the stretch in the back, shoulder, legs, and so forth. Okay? So important thing here, if you can, I mean, if you have frozen shoulder, 50肩 and all of that, well, of course you have to be careful. So the thing is, I go all the way to the back. Small circle. Small circle. And then stretch. Okay? So, the breathing. Well, everybody facing.
Yeah.
Okay. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Out. In. Out. 闪通背。in. Out. In. Out. Other side is exactly the same. Breathe in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. All the way, turn all the way in. Feet on the ground. Out. Okay? Huh? One more time? Okay. Now, to illustrate, Chan style and Yang style. Okay, those of you who learn Yang style, San Tong Bei, I've heard that before. Fan back strike. Okay, but that's this. Okay, this is Hai Di Zhen. Okay, near the bottom of the sea. San Tong Bei. This is San Tong Bei. All we did was San Tong Bei. That's why Yang Wu simplified it to this, okay, instead of all of this. But in terms of health benefits, it's no comparison, okay? Now, so 3 more times, okay? Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. In, out, in, out. San number 1, San number 2, San number 3. Stretch. Any questions? Okay, we'll go down to twisted body fist stance. Okay. Now, if you go do this at home, you should do it in this order because this is increasingly more demanding. Don't jump out of bed and start doing twisted body fist stance. Okay, so make sure you warm up first. Now, so those of you who are eager to videotape and all of this, the slides contain a lot of copyrighted material. It's not easy to give it to you without violating the law. But the videotape of what I'm doing, we might discuss how we could put it on the net and maybe they could watch it. Okay, because that's a different thing. Okay? Twisted body fist stance. First, open wide below, coming together up front. 撒开上合. Swipe to the left at face level, as much as you can. Swipe to the right at chest level. Swipe to the left at waist level. And then pull. Why is it called twisted body fist stance? You don't have to do it exactly like me, but the perfect stance would be, you see my fist lines up with the tip of my elbow with the tip of my shoe. You see that? Now, if you can just do that, it's fine. It's fine. Okay? You don't have to, unless you're in competition, you do that. Okay? So twisting the body, and of course we do the other side. So you can see that has a lot of muscles involved, and then all the way down to the lower back. So, 上开上合, closing up above and opening below. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, face level to the left. Breathe out, chest level to the left, right. Breathe in, waist level to the left. Pull. But we should not stop that. Let's stop there, because you have your body twisted, okay, and wound up, okay. That's not Tai Chi. Tai Chi is yin yang together. So twisted body fist stance, 撇身垂, is always followed by 青龙出水, the green dragon out of water. So that after you twist like this, you relax, and you feel really good. Okay? So that's the green dragon coming out. Okay? So the breathing is, so again, the punch is counterbalanced by the elbow swell. Because if you punch, you go forward. Okay? So you go punch. Okay? Breathe in, breathe out. In, face level, out. Chest level. In, waist level, pull, out. Breathe in. Breathe in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. In. Out. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Okay? So we will try hard to somehow put this on a net web page so you can see this. Any questions? Now,
Thank you.
with the remaining, you're welcome, time. So in any exercise, particularly fast exercise, you should never just stop. You should have a cool down period. Okay. So I will now use remaining time to go back to this. Okay. So one hand, now we can do two hands, okay? Both hands And keep the two hands at the same height and same distance throughout. So to the left, to the right, okay? Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And of course, you can do the other side. Breathe in, breathe out. In, out. In, out. Right? And two hands going in opposite direction, which is called cloud hands, 云手. In, out. When one hand is at the highest point, the other hand is at the lowest point. Then they're well coordinated. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. In and out. In and out. And one more variation. These are all like, like trying to draw the circle in front of you. So we could like draw the circle this way, okay? So, in, out. In, out. In, out. Now, I'm going to do something that's never done in the Chan family village, but I do have approval of Grandmaster Chan because, I teach here in the United States, and a lot of my students enjoy doing this to music because that will take their mind off, counting how many 1 and 2 and breathing in. So, I have a few students here. So, how many of you are in my class? Yeah, a few, okay. So, you can watch them if you want. So, I'm going to do everything here to Deng Li Jun. Okay. Deng Li Jun, Teresa Tang, doing 无言独上西。